everyone, it's Shari Carroll for SimonsSaysStamp.com with a quick tip for you on creating some drips and sprays using your distress paints. I've chosen a couple of my distress paints. I have brushed pewter and evergreen bough, love these colors, and also some steel gray cardstock, and I've put some painter's tape at the top, and I'll show you how this works really well to create some drips. The brushed pewter goes really well with the steel gray paper, so I've uncapped it and now I'm just kind of pushing that paint right onto that painter's tape. So I'm not pushing it onto the paper. I'll show you here in a second how this is looking. You can kind of see the painter's tape is still at the bottom, and I'm doing some spraying with water, and this will create the first drips. And go ahead and tap that down onto your work surface. I can go ahead and add more paint if I want, and if you can see the water spots, those will dry clear, those won't be silvery. So now I'm going to go ahead and just dab on some more so I can get a little bulkier area, and again I'll spray this with water. And when I'm all done, this brushed pewter looks really beautiful on the steel gray cardstock. So here's how that's looking. Another fun thing you might want to consider doing with your paints is to create a spray, and so here I have my mini mister bottle. I'll uncap the paint really carefully, and I also have a pipette here, and I'll just go ahead and dip this in. I want to open up my mini mister bottle so I can just get that right in there. So I'll dip this in and just grab a tipful of that paint. I have a bowl of water here, and now I'm going to suck up some of the water, and that also kind of cleans out the pipette. So my ratio is about 1 part paint to 2 parts water. And I find this really fun for journaling when you want to add layers of paint and stuff, because it won't be water reactive once it dries. So once you have that all capped off, you can go ahead and give that a little shake. And I've placed a stencil down. This is a really thin mixture, so it's going to give me pretty much a watercolor effect. And you can see how much lighter that is than the original paint. So now I can go ahead and start spraying, and I'm using some watercolor paper just because it was handy. You can use any kind of cardstock. So I'll lift this up and you can see my sprayed image, and you do want to wipe down your stencil right away since it is paint. You don't want that to dry. And now I'll just let that spray just soak into that watercolor paper. Okay, everything is dry now, and I can go ahead and peel this paint off, and you can see how those drips are really fabulous on this paper. Love this. And also on my spray, it's soaked into the watercolor paper and it's left me a watercolor look. So that's my quick tip for the day. Thanks for watching.